Well, actually, I guess that is more of a normal grocery trip. You don't go to the grocery store and get everything that you eat. You just kind of replenish the things that you need. So I've already entered these, well, this 2 cups of the Carb Master non-fat chocolate milk into the stupid simple macro tracker. And this little shaker cup has a nice little denomination to tell me when I hit 16 ounces, exactly 2 servings. So that's another 22 grams of protein. And protein from milk, you know, that's up there with beef, eggs, chickens, other dairy products, you know, whatever. It's up there, right? When I think of a dedicated protein source, I mean, I guess I'll just relist it again, right? Red meats, poultry, dairy, eggs, you know, animal products in general are where it's at. So the vegan lifter, it may need to get his priorities straight. But this plus the sandwich puts me at about 21.73. Now there was a little bit of estimation because, I mean, it's not like the Subway guy added the exact same amount of like this and everything else, whatever. But, you know, the carbs from the vegetables on the sandwich, I pretty much just count as negligible. It's like maybe 3. I just don't even worry about it. But the bread, I definitely have to worry about. You know, that's 80 grams of carbs right there. Now that's just something where, you know, I go online and I look up how many grams of carbs are there in a foot-long Italian loaf from Subway. 2 little button clicks and then boom, the info is right there. You know, it's not too hard to find, but it is a little bit of a hassle to have to look this kind of stuff up. But like I was saying in the car, once you get into it, it's just second nature. So this will put me at 200 grams of protein for the day so far, 61 grams of fat, a little higher than I would have aimed for, but whatever. And then 207 grams of carbs. So I've got just about 350 calories left. So I've got about half a pound of a top round steak in the sous vide right now, doing a little bit of a slow cook. So I'll probably come back down to the kitchen in about maybe like an hour, and then that'll be 50 grams of protein, probably about 50 grams of protein, 15 grams of fat. You know, I'll just give it a quick sear. Take my nightly, actually no, what am I talking about? I take my vitamins in the morning. Shit. After that, I just get to go to bed. So let me think if anything else has been going on. You know, Subway gets a lot of hate. I was just looking up the one in town on Google Maps, 1.5 stars. You made the sandwich. That's a fucking classic joke. I don't know, man. I like it. I'm probably just nostalgic. Because when I was a kid, you know, my parents had us do the swim team, like summer league. So nothing like hyper competitive or anything, but you know, you'd go out and have a whole swim meet where you just kind of hang out in the pool in your little camp, walking around. You could go do your little events, and you know, this would be the classic snack that we'd have. It's just a sandwich from Subway. So apart from like the steak and rice, which you would call a kind of conventional bodybuilding meal, you know, the rest of this is just, you know, it's just foods, right? Now I'm trying to be specific in my selection for the most part. That's why all the buns I have on top of the fridge are live carb, you know, like low carb keto buns. That's why all the tortillas I have in there are low carb. That's why I have the, I'll just grab it for demonstrative purposes. That's why I've got the powdered peanut butter, where once you reconstitute it with water, or, you know, a classic move I've been doing is adding sugar-free syrup to give it a little bit of a sweeter taste. You know, all these little, that's another thing, all the diet soda too, all these little replacements make it that much easier for me to stick to, you know, hitting just around what my macro goals are in the day. So if I can have a little peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the keto bread with the powdered peanut butter with some sugar-free jelly, you know, I kind of just get to eat. You know, if you can kind of put in the effort, you can eat whatever you want. Now, there's a little bit of caveats to that, because then you have to get into tracking everything. You've got to constantly be messing with the food scale. But, you know, I like this method the most out of anything. You know, I don't really, it doesn't really appeal to me to do like prepped meals. I have a bunch of them in the fridge and like take them out every day and just eat it. Like, I don't know, I kind of want to eat. I want to eat when I want to eat, and I want to eat what I want to eat. And then under the constraints of these macros, you know, I'll adjust accordingly. So definitely the most intensively, definitely the style of dieting that requires the most effort on my end, because I have to constantly be thinking about these things and tracking everything every day, or every time I eat something, plugging it into the phone. But I mean, for me, it's the easiest. So if for you, you don't want to be messing with all these calculations, you don't want to constantly be like, oh, how much, like if you want to just prep a bunch of meals, bodybuilder style, on Sunday, have them in the fridge. You know the pictures when there's like 20 little individual Tupperware containers of measured out chicken, measured out rice, everything's added up perfectly. You don't even have to think about it. You just do your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meals, then you go to bed. Amen. If that's your shit, then do it. You know, no matter what, there's no right or wrong way, apart from a couple of constraints, like you have to be in a calorie deficit to lose body fat, and to gain weight, you have to be in a calorie surplus. But you know, no matter what you do outside of those two realms, whatever works for you works. So figuring out some shit for yourself, and it gets you results, that's just as valid as anything. So I'm gonna sit here for a little while, play on my phone. Once I finish this, I'll go fold my laundry, and then we can come back for the steak, and this day will be complete.